Thoughts, theories, miracles for Renegades? What do you think?
They need to come in and they need to play their own game. They've got to step out from the start and not let the aggression get to them, and don't let the mental side just sort of fall down when it counts the most.
Well, with a T-side start, of course, for the FURIA camp. You see them with the utility over on Art and for Serato. You've got the double flash and defuse for Alistair over on Renegades, default pistols and Kevlar for everybody else here. Ready and waiting towards the lobby control for FURIA to go for the fast hit into the pistol round. Malta and Hats will be waiting for positions. They'll tap their way forward. The flashes will catch the player off, but Heaven and Hats will drop the bomb first and foremost. Trying to see if they get a secondary kill against Honda. In's going to come in to bail him out, and they will be able to get those kills in. Hats doubles up. Serato turns it back against him. So 3-on-2 for Renegades. The bomb is on the site, and Serato gets himself a second pick, as well as Alistair falling to Art. Sicko on 9 HP, and Serato makes it a triple, makes it a pistol for FURIA.
And it's situations like that that really just show how FURIA are the better team in this one. Just over peaks coming through from Renegades in the 3-on-2. We knew in that setup they had one out to ramp, 3 on A, and one down to lower of Ins. Now, once those trades come back into the site, Hats doing as much work as he can. Ins comes up from Vent, and yet the peak comes forward before they peek out from Heaven. Really great sequence out from Serato and Art just to recover the round.
Great shooting from him. And again, a great start for the FURIA side. The pistols in tow, the forward spikes back for Renegades. I think if Renegades need stunning, they need a good CT side, if anything else, here on this map to try and get an opportunity to make this work. Obviously, not the best of starts on it at the moment, but plenty of time to try to change that.
Yeah, FURIA, even going into the second round, not having a massive amount of SMGs to work with, just that MP7 to come through for Yuri. Sicko getting boosted up out from ramp, has to try and turn away from the flashes.
That smoke instead, catches Art. Catches Honda, gets the second kill involved in this one. Deagle on the reload, caught on the jump space. He gets another kill out of this. Sicko looking for Serato next up, but Serato finds the trade. It doesn't matter though, Sicko's done his damage. In's there with a responsive. In case Serato left to clutch this ace.
Gee, Sicko's been impressive today, and even with the Deagle out for the boost position, they just isolate so many of those individual fights. Serato's now got to win a 1v4.
Renegades could be on to steal one back from the FURIA side. A lot of steals involved from FURIA's own first map. Renegades would love to get one out of this one. 40 seconds to the clock. Serato facing against Inter, Sting the man. Can't quite get the frag, but the rotations will be inbound. The nade should finish off the job. No, it lands too far out of position, actually. Starting to go drop into towards the position. Get that kill finally for the second on his board, but now got to deal with the other three. Players so close to this. He'll tap that bomb. Double doors. Pat's going to get closed in upon. Still, the kill can come through for Serato, but being tagged to 2 HP, he's got to rotate up towards A, and Malta is right in position for this. There comes the Eagle. There comes the kill. There comes the round for Renegades.
A beautiful round for Renegades, and it all just got set up by Sicko out to that ramp position. And for FURIA, they don't have a massive amount of utility to work with because they don't have the SMGs, but it's just so many individual fights being taken, and Sicko is delivering again. 1-to-1, get tied up. That's going to force the double eco status back on FURIA. They've got to buy.
The rifles involved versus the Eagles as standard for FURIA, so kind of swapping the buys, if you will, compared to how things were looking for Renegades in round 2. Art's got the Galil, however, looking up towards the silo position. Can't see any CT forces, and we'll try and force forward instead. They probably have heard him, and they'll wallbang straight for it for Alistair. You rarely see a kill like that, but Renegades' map awareness is everything for them. Unfortunately, awareness of the Eagles is not to their favor.
Great spam in from Alistair, and then Honda just gets the straight spam through smoke with the Deagle. In from Squeak Door, Vinny pushed up aggressively. Malta does not know about the position.
In's caught for 37. And Vinny catches another Deagle kill on Malta, so backline of the site has been cleared. Sicko going to try work out a ramp. Deagle catches a tag on him as well. Honda with a teammate as well. Sicko does get another good responsive frag, but Yuri able to maintain control. Serato grabs the Galil, meanwhile towards outside. Hat's going to swing and get it to a 2 versus 2, but they've conceded the B site. The bomb will go down.
Yeah, rotation's coming in relatively quickly out from the vent position. Hats with the AK and Ins with the M4. Decent position for the retake now in the 2v2.
Hat's going to have to lead that charge. Ins on 37, and Vinny catches a tag, but still, Hats gets his kill. 2 kills involved. With Yuri on the Deagle, waiting in the back lines. The window gets popped open. He's going to wait for them to make their way in from double doors. Did he see both the players? Hear about them. Shots in. Ins. The Eagle shot connects, just about making a 1 versus 1, and Yuri lands the one tap all the same. FURIA with another steal, a back and forth start to Nuke.
Honestly, what are with some of these clutches in this FURIA team? Another sick one coming out for Yuri. The 1v2 just wasting time. Alistair with the spam towards the top of Annex to start that round off. Beautiful start. Honda getting the trade back, but it was Yuri. This sequence, this last shot coming through onto ends. Oh, what more can you say about that one?
I don't know. I have no more words for it. Fast plays out for FURIA again, holding on to control with the rifles. They're flash blind in Malta dead. Hat's going to be able to get a trade alongside Inns here. They're going to struggle to get in towards this site without casualties. So 3-on-3, Honda's low. Alistair has been found. Fortunate enough. For a moment there, you thought you could sneak past the T-side line, but Inns and Sicko, last couple of players left. Honda's still upstairs. Does get a dink off. Does not quite get killed. Doesn't quite get a kill either, though.
Yeah, just trying to see if he can fake that he's going for the vent job, see if he'd draw out Honda on towards the side. So that's at least a weapon being regained. Siko's come quickly out from ramp.
Seeing the foot. Knows it's a bait. Not going to give up the frag for it. Doesn't really need to. Sicko trying to walk into the site here, but I don't think he'll find much of this. No kit, no smoke. Not for him, at least. So, no chance. Ooh, back turn. Player does get caught, so Yuri does get the extra frag, unfortunately maintaining his life. And maintaining the round for FURIA, 3-1.
That was a nice little attempt there for Inns. You could just see that he's baiting in that round, hoping to draw all the attention and allow Sicko just to dive down on the site, catch off the last straggler, but no one really peeks. No one shows up their angle. 3 on the board for FURIA. And this back and forth nature gets to a spot now where it can't really continue for any more. There's not double eco status, so we won't see a force buy-in for Renegades. Yeah, you got that safety in Galil, but this is going to have to be a light eco.
USP is in. The Eagle's out. Again, the Galil for Inns being the only true weapon that they have. Nades up a standard utility in. Players are going to try to see if they can dive a bit aggressive on the CT side, but outsiders as far as they'll go here for Alistair. Case to right with the walk. Should be Inns. Just catches that kill. The second man as well here, Smokes to give a little bit extra cover to go for a bit of a wider face, but ultimately working out towards their favour as Hats have no idea where they're coming from, and Malta will also fall. So, yeah, standard eco, FURIA with 4.
Now, Renegade's just hoping for a little bit of an exit frag. Alistair's got a pretty decent backstab up towards T-roof. Sicko with the deagle outside too, so they're just hoping for any kind of sort of lack of an overextension.
USP going to dive down in from the roof position onto the lobby angle, seen by 1. Draws their attention, going to try and catch Yuri off. All a case of timing, all a case of position. The Eagle will also flash back for Sicko, but brought back by Serato, and yeah, no exits. All 5 alive for FURIA, and again, Renegades have the guns.
And I don't know if it's just me, Jay, but I still think it's amazing that right here in this event, we've got a team from Australia and a team from Brazil playing in Cologne. Like, just the idea that the last year or so, all been online, all the regions have been sort of segregated between one another, and teams from all around the world are here.
Indeed. Seems fantastic. Feels good, man.
Yeah, it does.
I like it. Renegades might not be liking it if this map goes their opponent's way, though. A tactical pause taken early. Being 4-1 down, they had that conversion steal, and since then it's kind of been all the FURIA side. What's going on in the discussion camp? What are they talking about here?
And they've got to just make sure that they seem to not allow any kind of lurk plays. We know that for FURIA, they love the vent drops. We know that they like just walk out from Squeak, outside too. So there are going to be a lot of positions in which you could potentially get caught off guard. So just getting that anti-rush nade down, making sure that everyone's covering one another, and just trying to see if they can get the AWP a little bit more involved. Alistair has been incredible over the course of the last couple of days in the plans, even their game against an RV, but out here in this best of 3 against FURIA hasn't really been utilized to the best of their advantage.
No. Rifles in, of course, the speed inside. Honda tagged early. Case Serato gets a spray for the smoke though on Malta, and Art's going to burn a little bit, so there is tag damage done to FURIA, but again, player advantage, favor of the T-side line. Hats hoping for a trade back, and Inns the same towards outside control, but neither player sees any contact. They're downstairs in the B site here. Bombs yet to commit. FURIA playing the Persian default.
And they've got no idea about Art towards this lower bomb site. Still trying to sell the util towards upper. Try and see if they can force Alistair forward.
He will start to aggress. Ready to punish him. K-Serato held on the reload. Alistair continues facing. Connor's going to catch him, but no HP. Eventually the spray connects through the wall. Sicko does respond towards Art, at least get something to respond with, but now got to focus entirely on this ramp default now. Furia sending their forces forward, and Sicko has got to get out of dodge. M4 returning to site. Turning to obs.
Now, one element that Furia tried to do in that round, with all that spam and utility towards topside, it allowed one of the doors to get opened up at lower and try and see if they can sneak Art in towards a backstab. But Sicko has still had the awareness to look back and get that trade, but it's still not an advantage. Hats gets it back to a 3-on-3 now.
Low on HP for him and Inns, though. Honda is a bit low of his own right. The bomb on his back. He's going to drop that in the site itself, and now Furia have got to get a little bit of a move on. 20 seconds. They've lost bomb control. In seen by Yuri. Burst fire. Looks for the player in the back lines as well. Finally, Hats falls alongside K-Serato's trade. And Sicko coming in for the heaven wrap. 13 seconds. Can he deny the bomb plant at the right moment here? It's going to get stuck immediately, so no. He's got to go for the retake. Yuri low. So is K-Serato. One frag found. See the player towards closed vent and wins out the clutch. 3 kills to his name on 3 HP. And finally, Renegades will find the second.
A very impressive round there from Sicko. Very good recovery in from Furia. As soon as that bomb gets dropped by Honda out from the heaven position, start getting very worried for the rounds, but just try to work together, open up that closed vent position of Inns, try and catch Hats on the site itself. Sicko, the rat player, coming up from heaven, winning the clutch, and something that was really necessary for them up against Na'Vi on that Inferno game. They won 5 clutches, so just being able to make sure they're capitalizing on rounds in which they can win is a must need coming out here on Nuke.
Rifle rebuy, of course, for Furia. The AK is the AWP in for them. The bomb plant bonus definitely aids in that. Renegades have a couple of SMGs to work with, so despite winning the round, it's still not ideal. Case of the economy game with Counter-Strike at the moment, and Alistair lands a leg shot on Art to start things off, so at least his AWP can get involved. Not quite a kill, but it's a start.
Now, Malta just re-smoking out towards Squeaktor. K-Serrato just thinking of walking through and just gets punished by the MP9.
SMG gets the bonus money and an extra rifle, so upgrades for free. Renegades now definitively at the man advantage with the HP numbers above Art as well, so not yet to commit at this moment for Furia. Renegades bit careful about their positions as the T side just start to creep a little bit further forward here.
Yeah, Furia have not really been all too successful in their default so far, even towards the outside position, try and get Art aggressive. He gets legged up by Alistair, and then K-Serrato just gets caught on the walkout. Renegades in a very good position, even looking to re-smoke out from Squeaktor, just slow this round down.
Yuri leaning up, wrapping around with the AK. Smoke going to go down from his teammate first and foremost, so to get him into the mini position. He'll look back to the back lines and see nothing, look towards credit card and still see nothing. 30 seconds of Furia now. I mean, we saw Renegades run the timer pretty low on the first map, but it's Renegades that got to hold the advantage for it. 1-for-1 trades, Alistair chiming in with the AWP on Vinny. Spray of Yuri tagged him to 74, but doesn't get the kill against him. The AWP continuing to face for Honda. 13 seconds, someone's going to grab that bomb and commit it to the site here. 10 seconds, time's up. They're going to go back and save, I believe. And Sicko on the backstab is going to catch Honda, at least take the AWP out of play, and Yuri left alone to survive.
I believe Honda was just trying to get into that Vents position, just getting caught in the smoke, getting lost a little bit. The time just running way too low there. And for Renegades, very nice position for Alistair to not just overextend, just strafe out towards the left-hand side of the default silos, get that pick in from Mini, just fall back, play the time, play safe, and just hold on to the numbers. Even recover 3 AKs for Inns, Hats, and Sicko.
Forced to invest here for the Furia side. The AK's on 2 with Galil and Mac 10 and a Deagle. Trying to buy around that AK, of course. Yuri's going to try and see if he can recover it. Utilize it to best effect here on the outside default. But one CT player went aggressive. It's K-Serato's Mac 10 spray that catches Inns instead. Kicks things off out of Squeaktor.
A great start again for K-Serrato, getting down and towards events, and Malta might not even have the idea about it, just with so much chaotic spam coming through out from the rest of the T-side players. K-Serrato's just waiting for a rotate.
Might just get it as well. Furia coming in towards the ramp position. Sticker's going to incendiary it and stop them from making their way forward. But he'll fall back to a different position. Malta having a little bit more utility to work with, but the teaser had their heart set here on the ramp take. And here they come. Art, first man out. Sticko gonna hold an awkward spray, but gets it together in the end. Can't find Vinny on the secondary frag. The AWP Alistair can trade it to a 3 versus 3 though, and continues to look for more. Great flick to Honda. He should let Yuri dive down though.
Yeah, they've got the B side completely, so a good chance for the post plant, but for K-Serrano, he needs a big advantage to work with in Vans.
Mac 10 gets the kill. That's all important. 2v2. Damage to a second player would be enough to set the clutch up for Yuri, and he does do someone to Malta, but Malta gets the kill in. Now Yuri with it all to do. Back up towards the double doors. Shots heard out on the AK hold of the reload as well, having a bit more specific positioning. Or pass off towards the man, rounds the corner, seeing the gun barrel as well. Knows exactly where Alistair is. And he holds his 2K to hold the round for Furia.
How does he keep doing this? I've got to know the secret. Is it the hair gel? Is it something that he's having in the post-morning breakfast? I've got to know. He just keeps winning these clutches.
I can confirm that hair quality does not directly correlate to skills in Counter-Strike, Dwayne. So you might be barking up the wrong tree on that one.
Honestly, he just positions himself so well. Out from the double doors, creating the angle. Malta with the AWP, considering he's the lower HP player. They peaked individually, and Yuri he makes it look so easy.
It did feel pretty easy, I'm not going to lie. Renegades having some contest in this matchup, but not much of it. Ins killed off first and foremost by Art. K-Serrano deals with Hats next up. Malta does find 1 kill in the chaos, but he's falling. Alistair does get one to respond as well. The AK in his hands at a 1 versus 3. He's got to go back and save at this stage. He does get a dink down on Arc, but no kill for him. 3 alive. Furia with a 6th.
They're just putting the rounds up at this point, and something that we were kind of mentioning at the start of this map is that if Renegades really want to put on a bit of a showing and they want to take us to map 3, it's got to be the city side. That's really their opportunity for mounting as many rounds up as possible, and well, so far hasn't really gone down that way. Another tactical.
Furia have a lot more to lose in this series, considering their tenure in previous tournaments and knowing how deep they've gone in certain others over the course of their time in Europe. Whether they went to top 6s in DreamHack, second place at the CS Summit, for example.
Yeah.
And again, that title win and Eliza just prior to this tournament. Like this is a team who have taken success in previous. So to go out in last place of the group stage when they were one of the top 8 teams invited directly to the group stage itself, like they don't want to let that go. They don't want to let that be their tournament run here at Cologne. So getting that first map was a start. Holding confidence here on a second is looking to be the continuation of how it will go down.
Yeah, it always seems that they do well locally in North America, and that's how they were able to rack up the points, wasn't it? Road to Cologne, getting through on that NA ranking in first place. Renegades just seeing if they can find a little bit of a response back. Hat's just getting flashed by so many pieces of util over the top, and Art's just running.
Seeing the one-man Hat still gets his kill involved, so that's one to deal with the Rafters players. K-Serrano boost up, gonna look for his man, look up towards Heaven. Yuri gets his kill, but Alistair with a responsive up at Heaven itself. 4 versus 3, continues to look down, spotted one player, catches the kill on Honda and gets back to the site itself. Heard on the footstep though, Yuri's found a trade on Malta. Alistair has no idea this T-side player is creeping up to his left, and Vinny will get it to a 2v2.
CT's just so out of position. Ins towards that lower bomb site. Sicko on rotate out from Heaven. We know what he can do from this position, though.
Had one good retake in this, but had a HP advantage. Now he's got to wait for Ins, or he can just face alone and lose his life. Way too aggressive for him. A bit too overconfident for Sicko. And Ins, now with it all to do. Now the lone defender on this one. Now the lone retaker. I think of at least one player in the back of the site. The nades and the flashes. But they have their eyes set towards Heaven, and Yuri will get his kill in this one. Triple up for the T-side member. 7 to the board of Furia. And I feel like Sicko should have waited for his teammates in that one, Dwayne.
And just getting a little bit desperate. Now, I don't mind the aggressive play, but you've got to make it work, at least for a trade. And unfortunately for Sicko, seemed like he had a really good timing. Out from the Heaven position, Vinny was not looking over, but just whiffing the spray completely. It allows Vinny to look 90 degrees back over towards that vertical angle. And then for Ins, loses his teammate, can't get that 2v2 together. That goes into 1v2. A Furia up to 7, looking to go 8 up on T.
K-Serrano picks up Malta, starts things off fantastic. Kill against the man past the smoke, and dead meat on his part. Renegades. Instant casualty, instant start. FURIA slow walking their way forward in this. Slowly positioning their way out of angle. Alistair in particular. Backed up. Steam. Spray from Art does his damage. Serato gets the kill on Ins. Tats goes down as well. And yeah, it's clean up time now for the T side. 1v5 for Alistair. Doing well to survive for the moment, but that won't last forever. FURIA with the half at 8-3.
And realistically, the chance of getting double digits here in the first half looks pretty good from the outset here from FURIA. See if they can get 10, 11 rounds. 12 might be a little bit of a stretch. Renegades just trying to hope that that doesn't happen. And again, we're in a bit of a position where who's the guy to step up? Ali's had some great flicks with the AWP, but in terms of consistency, it's only been 8 kills.
Still involved here for the T side line. Incendiaries, nades, smokes, Alistair with the kill. Serato denies on Malta and all. Nades back, spray blind of Ins, continuing to try and catch this player off guard, but he'll get down to the vents area. Don't think they heard a drop. Firing away for Hats' part, and Sticker swapping the back lines. He's seen that bomb carrier, and he calls that info in towards Hats, who gets his kill. Drops the bomb outside of the vents. Yuri with a great spray on the first man, can't transfer to the second. And Sticker now, the backstab is complete. They have absolutely no idea of this man. Vinny will fall for it. We're back to 2v2, and Yuri can't find a response.
Oh, this backstab though. Yuri even getting caught out from the walk. Serato's still trying to get the backstab in from ramp, and now he's just lost his teammate.
Yeah, Yuri had no room. He had to stay alive and had to force forward to do so. He had no idea that Sicko, where he was essentially. Serato up for a quadra clutch in this. 1v2, 50 seconds to make it happen. Bombs dropped in the open. He has no info on the specific positioning of the CT side.
Even the flash, it's probably not worth using it. Don't want to give your info away. Instead, just try and take a bit of a dry jewel. Look out to Sicko at Squeak Door.
Back to the back lines. Hats. Behind harder cover. It looks like you can see him from that angle, but you can't. Serato's best bet is to get the kill in or smoke off Squeaky Door itself. Grab that bomb, dive down to the B site. Nades the bait. Utility drawn out by Serato. Continuous taps will come forward though. And in the corner, he grabs that bomb. Gets down his length. Yep, he'll go for the B plate.
Yeah, rotation's going to be a little bit slow here for Renegades. So for Serato, just get the bomb down straight away. Look to take some fights.
Oh, it'll be real close. Nicole just catches him. A little bit too far off for Serato. Didn't have time to get to harder cover. And that will be a fourth for the Renegades side. A nice hole with the backstab involved and everything. Great amount of pressure there from Sicko. Winner of the round for me.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's the ramp player, and he just finds a great opportunity in which he can over-aggress, get that backstab in, no one holding ramp on the default for the T side, and just gets in behind them. The T's have got really no idea how to react. The bomb gets dropped with just a straight spam. Hat's just waiting for the walkout in the smoke. Yuri kind of needed to stay alive there in lobby, but at the same time, he can't go back because he knows that's where Sicko's playing from.
The Renegades will have to see the tactical over to the FURIA side, but again, it's them currently in momentum. FURIA are still in control of the matchup though. 8-4 is the scoreline. The best Renegades can do is 7 before the CT switch. FURIA know that. Take a moment to just adjust, recollect themselves, go in to this next round and just continue to mount pressure against the Aussies.
Well, I feel for Malta. I mean, anyone that downloads a demo and watches Malta back home in Oz, great floor player out on Nuke. Really gets a lot of impact, but my goodness, out towards Squeak Door, it's just been Serato getting pick after pick after pick, Art the same. And it seems like for Renegades, that's a big hole of weakness. Any jewels being taken out towards Squeak Door, they're not winning the majority of them.
Yeah, and the one player that's countering him as well is the top fragger of the server here for FURIA. Yeah. So for Renegades, it's not been easy. It won't continue down that route. Yuri tagged to 5 points of health already. Heavily low. Renegades start out for them. The damage has been done. At least there is an opening opportunity here for the CT side, but outside of that one player, nothing else.
Now, they've got to be wary about this quick outside play because we know that Art's like that time and time again. He's playing towards the top of main to start off the round. Ins is also here, and they've got to play towards the back of garage.
Flashes forward, Malta looking down. Continues seeing nothing in this round. Continues seeing nothing past this smoke. 60 seconds remaining. Art's going to try and make a play back here. Ins just wins out the fight. That was awkward as anything. He can double up, make it a triple as well with the spray that continues to Vinny, dropping the bomb in the open. And Renegades will hold the 5th.
Now, that's a little bit more competitive. That's a little bit more like it. Just getting caught off by Art dropping down from main, but In's just being able to get away with so much in the round. And FURIA, they might just save. There's nothing they can do at a 2v5. They don't have bomb control. They don't have HP for Yuri. They don't have money. Just back off.
Nothing that they can handle against that. And it really started off with an awkward spray from Art that kind of cost them. Everybody else just capitulating around that. 3 AK gained as well. Plenty of rifles dropped out, of course, for the T-side line. So you can see the firepower that Renegades will have going forward here. Into round 14. The buy will look stellar for the CTs. Could possibly say the same thing for FURIA, but the money's going to be very lopsided. I imagine they forced the buy here, no?
Oh, definitely. They've got so much money. Vinny, K-Serrado, Art, all got money to buy down themselves. So Sev definitely see the rifles coming out rather than a forced invest. They've got the funds behind them. Mac 10 in for Vinny. How many players don't have a head Kevlar? It's going to be 3. Ali, Ins, and Hats don't have it. So could even see something a little bit quicker from Vinny in particular.
Oh, Hats and Alistair. Actually, Ins will end up buying the other 3 pieces of head Kevlar towards the end of the buy time, but wasn't quite get as effective as Vinny would have liked it to be. For a moment there, you thought that, yes, he probably could have done some damage, but now going to be the first charger out. AK spray for Sicko is very, very awkward indeed, and Vinny does get a kill involved for it. Continues to face AWP of Alistair, responds back, looks for the second player as well. Flick's not quite connecting. A player in Benson as well will come forward. Ins gets caught by it, and it's K-Serrado. Malta there to bail out the AWP in a 3-on-3. Honda also facing in from Decon will deal with Malta's part, and Alistair and Hats. 12 HP for the AWP, got to concede the bomb plant, but they can't afford to concede the retake.
Yeah, just fall back and save. Just hold on to the weapons. Alistair looking to take a bit of a duel out towards Decon. Does hit the shot onto Honda.
That's a stellar one of that. 2 kills. Can he make it 3? Can he make it 4? Flashbang past the Decon door. Open it up the other way. Look back. Flicks to the wall banks. Not connecting, but Hats catches Yuri at last. It's all on Art. 6 frags deep in this game. Can he go massive? Bomb in his sight, smoke going down. The Fuse has got low HP. Hats is also a dead man. Alistair, stray bullet's gonna land, and Art holds it with tenacity and vigor, and a knife to the board of FURIA.
And I'm trying to work out the math in my head. We've got to see 7, 8 clutches maybe for FURIA over the course of map 1 and map 2. And this is 1v1s, 1v2s, 1v3 situations. So many incredible rounds. Art just being able to get away with the very, very last second defuse onto Alistair. My goodness. Even that round, just so much madness. No one had any idea there was a vent drop from Art when all that chaos went through from Ram.
And that cripples the Renegades by here. UMPs, AUGs, and MP9 as well. Fast play out for FURIA. They're going to not really ready for this at all with the CT side. K-Serrado takes out his own teammate in the midst of the flashbang. Couldn't register that it was Art, but Sicko is turned back in response. Hats trying to hold on, 25 HP. Alistair with an M4 pick. AWP pick, I should say. UMP can't hold on towards it. Alistair still holds the trade. Keeps it at 2 versus 2. And Renegades trying desperately to hang on to round 15.
Now, Inz is going to make a little bit of a play towards outside, but as that's happening, FURIA is starting to make a play into Ram.
Oh, Alistair's got his knife out, but the Tech-9 can't punish him. AK in his hand instead. Try and drop down against the AWP player, Honda. And back towards the lobby position where Inz is ready for him. If he drops this bomb, he basically wins the round, I say. Yuri on 7 points of health. He's missed the window, though. They're going to walk in, 2-pronged attack from Heaven and from the hut position, but now Inz has seen what's going on. Almost gave him up the chance, but Honda is dead and buried. It's all on Yuri.
So low HP, and he's got the information of where Alistair fell back out from ramp, knows where Inz is, but 40 seconds on the clock. He needs to isolate these fights.
AK in hand, 15 bullets in the magazine. Can't really afford to give up the reload info. Can grab that bomb, though. Second highest fragger for his team. Having all the utility he can. Got to look towards close vents, and Inz has just got the angle held. Kill found, so that way Renegades can at least hold some confidence coming out of the first half and going into the second, but FURIA still lead by a margin of 9 to 6. As we head towards a break, Renegades trying to cling on for life. Don't go anywhere.
to my face. Tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. Lay me down, leave me lost and found. Lay me down, loudly without a sound, and I will rise, and I will fly, fly. Rise,
Renegades winning 3 out of the past 4 rounds to at least end off the first half on a somewhat competitive note. But now we get into the second. This is where FURIA get comfortable.
Yeah, they are looking like a hot force and a seriously good team. While Renegades was looking decent towards the end of that half, I don't know whether 6 rounds on CT is enough for them to be able to get this whole map together. Pistols out for them as they face straight forward, and Honda executes Sicko with great prejudice and sheer fury. Dead man down, first blood drawn in the half by the CT side.
Now, Art's got the crossfire dealt in with Honda if they continue diving down, but now the information comes up that they've taken ramp, but they're not going to lower.
Ins waits for the lockout. Vinny, Yuri, K-Serato. Last couple of players left. Art finds another good kill back on Hat, so a 5 versus 3. Renegades have the bomb committing towards Heaven. Julie's in for Vinny, ready to receive him. I'll look back towards the center of the site where Malta's starting to make his moves up. But now they're seeing contact. Ins, great kill. K-Serato known towards closed vents. Burst fire with the Glock does get his kill back in. Vinny still holds with the Julies. 2 frags dropping that bomb up in the rafters, I believe, as well. I don't think Malta can win this now. He's got to get all 3 kills on a clutch scenario. Has not seen Vinny yet. He knows he's back there somewhere. Shots not connecting. Julie's doing their damage. Players sneaking up, and Vinny makes it a triple. Comes the hero of the round, the winner of the 10th, the pistol, going the way of FURIA.
Yeah, anytime you're in a 1vx on T-side pistol, that bomb gets dropped up in the rafters or in Heaven, you are really going to struggle to get that bomb back. You've got to go all the way around, back out to ramp, get back into Heaven, and the time's just not really there. Vinny out from the back of the site, just having an easy time with the Julies, getting it a 3K overall.
Good shooting overall, like it. Love it a lot. 10 to the board, FURIA. Again with a big, big win over the Renegades. No bomb plant taken on the T-side line, and they'll set themselves up in the last 6 rounds of this game. FURIA can make it one-sided. They can make it confident going into the next round of the lower bracket. And Renegades, as I mentioned before the break, this could be their last half in this tournament. Alistair does find the opener. Art finds him to return. Can't quite get Sicko, though, so there is something to return back for Renegades.
It's looking decent on the force towards outside. A lot of over-peeking coming through for the city side. K-Serato thinking about being a bit gutsy. Gonna wait for a flash to come in.
Pressing with the SMG, bit of a gap there in the right-hand side of that smoke. They haven't seen the man. Vinny gonna burst fire the M4. A bit careful here for FURIA again. They're down on the man advantage. Renegades can work with this.
Now, Honda's got eyes in towards lobby, but who's going to be able to pre-aim this position? Just make sure that FMAS doesn't get away with a trade back.
Finds the kill. Back to evens. That's when Sicko start walking forward with Eagle. Moves his position around the corner. He's found a gap here. Ooh. Got to get that kill. Got to turn back towards Vinny though. The M4 finds a trade back, looks towards Hat, sees him with the bomb on his back. K-Serato coming in to support here with the SMG in from the vent position. Nade on, not doing damage to Hats. He gets back out towards Squeaky Door and harder cover. And he's seen him, burst fire, still can't land his shots. Julie's instead, counteraction nades continuing to come forward here from the TT side, but there comes in with the kill. It's all left to Vinny again to hold the Julies, hold the kills, but not hold the round. Renegades steal one back.
Now, FURIA just got too hungry in that round for me. Just the way in which they keep just peeking outside. And when they've even got that 3 versus 4 deficit, Honda does a great job out from Hut to at least bring it back. But then there's a big hole where Sicko just starts walking, and then Inz is the one to close out.
Yeah, holds it all in. Overwhelming on the FURIA side, a bit too aggressive towards that outside control. You mentioned how good it was for the Renegades camp, and well, that ultimately bears fruit in this round. 18 up to play, and Deagles and 5-7s in play for the CT side of this course by round. Art's going to get Sicko as well for it. Great start. He's going to be looking for a bit more, but he's going to get tagged up for it. What more can you find? 25 points of health. He's got to fall back.
He gets out of there alive. Yuri just thinking about taking a couple of pop shots through this smoke, hoping he can get a little bit lucky, but in terms of the damage, this has been great.
Malta finds the kills, though, so it's a 4 versus 4. No man advantage. Hold up here for the Furious side. They're going to force forward and start to get aggressive, though. In lobby, one player's already made his way up and out. Player on the roof, though, that could be a bit of a thorn in their side. Honda, where does he go with this Malta? He suspects that he might have pushed, but this Deagle, he crossed back past position. It's all a case of timing. Oh, he's caught one man, but Malta's looked back. He capitalizes on that kill, maintains the 3v3.
At least he gets the kill in quickly and then it gets traded for it. Art still made that play towards that lower bomb site in with a teammate. And for Renegades, they could be running into the crossfire of the stack on B. They've got to try and get the read and the information gathered.
They pass off that bomb towards Inz's part. Looks up and over, looks around. That's with the MAC-10. Molotov back in the back lines as well, and Nades involved. K-Serato ready for the swing back, will catch Hats off guard, and the 5-7 again extends his kill count to 19 in this game thus far. 25 seconds in Renegades. So press up to the A site. They've seen Art. They'll spray on the wall bangs. It's all left to Vinny. In the back once again, the Deagle standing by 2 to find. They line up. He only gets damaged. K-Serato here with the MAC-10, flashing his way back out position. Gets caught by it, and Malta kills him off for it. Renegades with 8. Furia not successful on the force.
Yeah, working hard on the T side there for Renegades. K-Serato just swinging out with the 5-7 out from the vent position to give the advantage back over to the CTs. But in terms of rotations, they don't really find a massive amount. Arc gets caught off in the vents. K-Serato the same. Vinny out from the back of the site just was not even able to find a 1-for-1. 8 on the board for Renegades. And, well, they are closing distance here.
There they are. 2 rounds to equalize the Furia. MAC-10 in for Alistair. I look for them. See 2 players popping out here. K-Serato does get the kill on towards the first man of the P-side line. So again, these USPs will do some damage. Okay, hold on. 4 versus 3. There was 1 trade involved. K-Serato on 3 points of health, but there's an AK. They can also recover if they want to extend forward of it. Meanwhile, Renegades go towards this ramp position. Are going to go right into the B site. Furia have to go for the retake here.
Yeah, they've got a lot of players at B, which is a good sign in terms of putting on the defense. Hiko just looking to open up double doors.
Comes back. Ooh, hard on the footsteps. Hard on the wall bang. Oh, not the wall bang, the Molotov damage. Ticks on the little bit of info given up. MAC-10 right around this corner for Yuri. Flash forward. Seeing 2. Takes them both with Hats into distance. Art comes up with the AK kill, but Sicko turns back on a 2K. Vinny. USP to clutch it, seen by Malta, catching off the rafters and maintaining the 9th for the Renegade side. Decent damage done by Furia, though. That was an eco round.
Yeah, they only had a very basic amount in it, so getting away with what they did, 3 kills, they could be happy. And now get the rifles through, but the worrying sort of aspect is that Furia were up, what, 8-3 at one point in that first half on T side. Looked like they were really going to extend to double digits. They've got up to 10, but their lead's only 1.
Renegades have started to bring this back, and Furia might not be looking quite as hot on this map as we'd have thought, but there's still time to turn it around. There's still plenty of breathing room here in this matchup. Force from Masters, AUGs. Rifles inbound for Renegades on the AKs across the entire board of the Ts. sprays blind by several individuals of Renegades, but so far so little has been gained here.
Oh, a little bit of a spam shot coming through onto Art, trying to get down into the vent, so that's going to deal a little bit of damage onto him. Now, without the kit, you've got to imagine that in terms of positioning, Furia need to give themselves a little bit of an early advantage. Outside smokes coming through for Renegade. There is a player down towards Secret now that rotated from vents of Art.
Smoke to the diagonal cross, Art looking up. Yuri with the AUG above said smokes, the Molotovs inbound. Damage has been done. Force back with the M4, continuing to burst spray. M4 finds his man, ins, gets the kill regardless. Renegades with the start.
And now, just trying to work the default out towards this ramp position. Vinny could get overwhelmed. There's a lot of T-side players regrouping.
I've fallen back. Slow rotates up. Renegades on their way forward is the CT side. Heavy holds the A play, but now going to hear these footsteps. Should now know that this is going to have to be the B-side commitment. Will they even bother for the retake here? Well, Vinny does catch ins at least, so the man advantage is equalized. The damage done, not a lot of cash. 4v4 in the save is possible.
Yeah, it really is. Ramp was completely opened up with Vinny's rotate, and even though they deal with the lurk out from lobby, this does not look likely at all. And just without the util, without the kit, just back off and save, even with the 4v4, even with that pick coming back into ins. Now, something I noticed from them against OG in their game of Nuke on T-side was that when they were taking ramp and diving down towards some of the lower takes, they weren't having a lot of lurks out from lobby. So this is some of the adaptations that are coming through going into this series today and into this map of Nuke. Even though it doesn't pay out for, or pay off for ins, in terms of another pick, it's just having that awareness of trying to cut the rotations off.
Well, the unlikely scenario has just come to fruition. Renegades equal against Furia. I honestly thought that it would be their CT side where they would win or lose this matchup, but their T side has something to say about that here, Dwayne. Furia saving their weapons, and again going into the next round with a decent gun buy, but is there anything more out of this for the T side? Can they still hold their own, or will Furia take control from here? Furia are the ones on the back foot, so they're the ones that are going to have to put in the hard yards. Yeah,
for sure they do. And even going into this follow-up round, they're going to be able to force around it with the 4 saved in, but they need a return. They need a back, some sort of round back. They can't afford for Renegades to get the lead. Alistair's just waiting for a jiggle peek, anything out towards Squeak Door. Instead, he's just going to receive nades. Malta going down to 67.
Very minimal damage being done to Renegades here in the early game. It's Pasta on the default again. Malta looking for wallbangs against K Serato. Knows that he's playing somewhere out here. Honda smoke down at the ready as soon as he sees contact out of this hut position, but so little given here by Renegades. They're still playing outside.
Yeah, Art in Secret has not been able to find a massive amount in terms of just catching the T sleeping a little bit, just looking for one of those aggressive duels. And a lot of the time, if they do commit towards those outside smokes, they normally just put a molly down in towards Secret and drive Art away.
Smokes on towards this cross here at red box. Diagonals. Flashes involved as well. Art swinging up the position, ready to receive it. He'll take his face and give away his position. The Molotov will drive him back anyway, so Yuri forces them even further forward. Art's going to have to get back out of dodge. Renegades are only just making their way into Secret now, though.
They are running the clock. They've left Malta as that lurking from lobby. 4 players coming down, and is anyone going to get aggressive? Because both the 2 players outside here in the A site itself could get aggressive into lobby.
Honda and Art thinking about it. They've seen the Molotov, though. 30 seconds, and their attention will be best turned towards that B-side play. Furia have left it entirely open. Even the player that was on the lurk play is completely out of position. Vinny's going to get back here towards the ramp control. See one man drop that bomb. That's all important on the frag counts. 15 seconds, though. Someone going to pick up and plant it open again. Swing opportunity for Vinny. He doesn't take it. He's going to wait for his teammates to get back here, go for the retake. Yuri catches Malta, and Vinny doubles up. Player up so close here towards the T-side line. Art gets him, and it's all left to ins. 23 HP, no clutch available. Honda closes it. And Furia just about maintained their lead. Renegades were on a serious hot streak coming into this round, though, and they almost got it themselves.
And I can only imagine how frustrating that must be for a caller like Inns, knowing that you did everything right in that round. You got down towards Secret, you got to the lower bomb site, you open up double doors, you realize the site's completely clear, you've got alert from Malta behind T-Red, but everything just falls apart so damn quickly. Vinny dropping that bomb brings rotations in immediately, and then he just follows up with more damage.
It's 11 to the board of Furia, of course, up, back in the lead, but only by 1. very easily turn as the tide shift the CT side. Renegades have already thrown up a very, very good second half here. Can they recover it to continue their own? Fast players initially looking like they were going to go out towards this hut position, but into the defaults over on lobby. Expecting in a bait in utility and bullets as well. Serato opens up on Malta. Again, finding many opening picks for Furia, and if he continues down this road, then Renegades are going to have even further problems. In's on 4 points of health as well. Serato's done so much here.
It doesn't matter if he's on T or CT, does it? Just squeak door, spams, he's doing everything. Vinny hearing some of these footsteps out towards ramp. They're just trying to bait him, force him forward to allow the AWP to get the trade back. Vinny just doing damage.
Smoke up to try and get him out of position here. He's done a little bit done towards his players. Sicko and Alistair also got tagged up. Vinny's also going to come forward to support in this one, but so far so little has been gained in terms of the T-side lines. 60 seconds, Renegades going to have to think about the hit, and they're going to rotate back to outside.
Just get those smokes forward. They've found a lot of success in this outside default, but they need a pick. They need some sort of advantage. They can't just keep running the 4 versus 5 in this situation. It's actually going to be a fake. They're just leaving Inns as a lurk.
They've gone for these outside smokes several times over the course of this one, but Furia have maintained their upper positions. Taps to these USPs for Serato, knowing that there's such low HP across this T-side line that you can very easily win the fight. Into the gap in the smoke that Yuri doesn't see him through. 4 HP though, surely he should be easily dealt with as it clears up. Yuri catches the man, the headshot found. Serato bearing down upon Alistair, gets his kill involved. A second for him, a third for him in the round, makes it a quadra. Serato, whatever will be a 12th round.
Oh, another great sequence, and it really does seem that Furia have just got that individual potential that anyone can multi-frag. Anyone can have just one of those huge rounds. Just the spam damage out from Squeak Door to start, onto Ins out from Hut, and then just playing top Hut, looking down towards Squeak Door. It doesn't get any easier.
Renegades back on the struggles all of a sudden, just like that. 2 rounds on the shift, and Furia looking more confident than ever. Deagle's in, flashes over, a couple of defaults, pistols in for the Renegade side, PT-50s and all. But this is not a distant route for them. The best they're looking for is a bomb plant, and they just continue getting spammed up here through these smokes. Alistair caught next by Yuri towards outside this time, and nades on Hats and Sicko, tagging a 35 and 75. Hats goes down as well. Renegades are just not having a good time.
No, it's just so much aggression again from Furia, and maybe it's not so much aggression in terms of actual map presence being taken away, but just everyone wanting to maintain fights as quickly as possible. Serato, seen that last play for Sicko. The Flying Deagle does get away with 1, but then he's going to be trapped straight in towards Vinny, so no more's going to happen.
He's getting frustrated as well. Now he's not top fragging anymore. Now he's not the hard carry for the Renegade side, and they're falling behind for it. Was an eco basis for the T-side line, so at least they can sort of take that on the chin and look towards the next true gun round. AKs across the board. 4 rifles, of course, for Furia. They've got a couple of AKs in of their own right here for the CT side, so firepower is aplenty for them.
They were down 10-13 up against MIBR in that first best of 3 on Vertigo, their map pick, where they turned it around and took it into OT and just got it over the line, but this is a very, very different kettle of fish. Art with the AWP towards outside. This could be an easy pick, and at least the trade comes back. Yuri actually falls to wins for the smoke.
Hats turning around on Honda as well. Renegades have 1 player up close as Serato, as per usual. Turning around for that second frag. Can't quite make it happen. And Sicko domes the AWP, so it's all left to Vinny. 1v3, very far out position. He's going to fall back and save the AK, it seems.
And Furia had a little bit more of a maintenance towards outside in that round, the way in which they get the aggressive AWP right in towards the back of T-Red. You've also got Yuri trying to play in and around the main smoke. And as soon as they realize that advantage, as soon as they get the 4v4 and they know that Art's outside, it's like, right, let's just bomb rush the upper side. Let's get in there quickly. And just the entries galore, Hats with a couple.
Yeah, he started to look stellar in this matchup. Started to really get his numbers going, which definitely a turnaround considering he was only on 7 kills by the end of the first map. Can he become that impact man? Can he start to match up the numbers of Inns and Sicko? Can he start to get some big rounds on the board? That's the main thing for Renegades, is that who's going to be those individuals to step up and post those big rounds, because it feels like it is all individually based at the moment.
Yeah, it does seem like that from time to time. Renegades, though, they are proving right here on Nuke, they're not going down without a fight. They're going to test it right to the end here for Furia. Nothing worse than coming all the way out towards Europe and not giving a good showing to the fan base, to yourself, You want to come here to compete. You want to come here to get victories, and well, they are fighting on the back foot. The problem, I want to say, for the Australians in this sort of situation is even with FURIA still up by 2, there's so much money in the bank for them. Art's got plenty. Vinny's got plenty. KSRADA doesn't have a massive amount. Him and Honda are slightly on the limited side, but it's going to take a lot to reset completely this economy.
Orbs them fours, AUG's in. AK's out for the Renegade side, of course, a big 11 for them to take. They're going to try and set Alistair to frag again. Above that smoke, he'll look down towards Secret, not see anything. Will Arc up the Ghost here? Oh, pixels away, just on the right angle. Alistair cannot catch the opening frag. It's Vinny that opens up on Sicko instead.
Oh, at least the trade comes back for the AWP. I'm pretty sure they had that idea straight away that he was behind that smoke. Used that molly to try and force him out to the angle, and Alistair's just waiting for the duel to come to him. Vinny, all that hard work out towards ramp, now just goes back to a 4v4.
Well, Honda tries to get some hard work going here at the lobby angle. Force forward past the hut angle, but still can't see anything at all with the T-side line. Renegades still playing outside, and if FURIA kept the aggression up, then they could start to get map control away from them, but Malta is still there and Squeaky, so not 100% confident in terms of taking that map.
Now, Yuri's really, really deep outside, right towards the sort of off angle out from Garage, but again, it's the outside smoke to at least get ins towards the back of T-Red.
Secondary smoke also goes up to step up Yuri, he's still spray forward. Catch that player off guard, the flash is over. Molotov in from Alistair, looking to start up towards the A site. Vinny's dive down towards B site, though. They think there might be a B play.
But it is going to be a fake towards upper. This is looking a ram take. This is going to be a lower side take.
Flashes forward. Has the bait play for Renegades. Going to come back to bite them. Bomb up here, Malta. Going to leave it to another player to dive down first and foremost. Vinny sees what's coming. Trying to transfer his way back and forth. Gets one, only one. Hat there with a responsive, and the T's have the B site.
Now, rotations can come in relatively quickly. KSRADA's got a backstab. Ins needs to turn around.
AK seen. Ins. Not getting information, has dropped down. Serato might have heard those footsteps, but Ins has got a watch from the lobby entrance. Looking towards Hell at the moment. All a case of timing on these boxes. In spotted. Serato with an adjustment and a half. And Alistair and Hats now 2v3, down by a player and focusing on the center of the site. The observation window has been popped open. The decon door has also been opened up, but Hats gets caught. Alistair got to go massive, and he cannot go anywhere. Yuri with his 2. FURIA with 14.
That's perfection, isn't it? So Ins is coming through on the backstab just to clear out the ramp position, and he knows there's no one lobby. The timing is so perfect for KSRADA, and then even when the duel creates itself, what a flick up towards that kill it is.
Oh, man. Renegades are pushing it as far as they possibly can go, but at the moment, it might not be far enough. 2 rounds to separate them here for FURIA and the win. Tactical pause for Renegades. Their 3rd taken in this game. And right now is the best time to call it.
Now have a chat with Kingfisher, see what he's got to say. Give him some words of wisdom, some advice about what they need to do going into what could be the last couple of rounds of this game. Fighting really on the back foot. And just desperate for anything. At even the buy state, you've got a couple of Galils coming forward for Sicko and Malta. Alistair's got an opportunity for going for an AWP with just body armor, but he opts against it, goes for the AK instead.
14-11. Pressure is on for the Aussies to stay alive here in Cologne. 3 rounds the difference. The AKs and Galils out for round 26. Can they get anything done? Or pin for Art! Ins can't get anything done. Straight shot. Opening frag. Vinny follows suit on Hats, and Renegades are being picked apart like a little fly, piece by piece. At least Sicko finds a response, but Art's there to respond to him, so 4-2 advantage.
What can you say? Just when you take the tactical timeout, Art just gets a straight shot through smoke. Vinny then follows up out from ramp. The trade comes back in. Malta's been able to get down towards this lower bomb site, but they've got to work together in this 2v4, and the AWP's not even really giving up the angle for Vinny. I think a little bit of that left-hand side has been seen.
Malta, how does he force his way forward? He has so much information. Only so much information. Catching Midi for damage, eventually gets that kill. Now a line brought back into the site, so the bomb plant will be secured. Molotov is suppressed as well. Double doors opened up. Seeing nothing of the CT forces are going to take their time to set this up.
Now, coming out from the ramp position for a couple of players. K-Serrano in from the vents. That's where Malta is.
Khalil v AK, and he's not going to extend too far for this. The CT players were hoping that he would go too far forward and try and cut them off at the seams, but no. Smokes on to the left they move. Alistair sees one. Honda could get caught. K-Serrano deals with Malta and Alistair. Found by Art. Art with a triple in this round. Furia with match point against Renegades.
You could just see the frustration going in from some of the faces of the Renegade side. They know how important that round was. And for Furia, what a retake. Just the way they isolate Alistair on the site. K-Serrano coming down into the vents, being able to at least deal with the first. Art, though, but he is just hitting shots. Simple as that with the AWP. He is finding so many connections.
Last tactical call by Renegades, and you saw on the cameras how frustrated they were, removing their headsets, throwing them down before having to pick them up and put them back on again, because still one more round to play for. 4 map and match points for Furia. Not a lot of cash in bank for the Renegades in spite of the long bomb plant bonus. Mac 10 the ins are going to be his best weapon, and the rifles will be so scarce here.
There's not going to be many. You've got to wonder to yourself, what's the strat? Something quick, upper take, vent dive drop. Something we haven't really seen a massive amount for Renegades. Furia are doing a lot of that at the T side. K-Serrano and Art just dropping vent almost every round. Only seen it a couple of times here in the second half.
15-11. Renegades, what is the call? What is the play? What will save you in this game and in this series? In the Mac 10 towards the outside, we'll look downstairs. Try and get up towards the rocket position, out towards the sneaker angle. Hat faced in, seeing Honda on the shoulder base. Smoke goes down, he still forces forward, catches K-Serrano, all important, and tries to adjust against Honda, who makes it a double, almost a triple. Vinny's there to respond to Alistair. Mac 10 of ins gets involved alongside Malta and Yuri. All that remains now, 1v2 clutch. He'll let the bomb get planted, but he's on to hold this for Furia.
Yeah, Honda's giving them a chance into the site, just being able to get away with a couple of kills. Ins, they know exactly where he is.
Molotov down, Orps watching heaven so much, the gun barrel should be spotted. Swing out, kill found, one-on-one. Nade towards Malta, spray through, tap on the wall, bang, swing the swing, and the clutch, and the kill, and the round, and the series for Furia, 16-11 in a 2-0 fashion. Renegades are out of IEM Cologne.
Oh, it's another clutch. Add that to the tally. Yuri, what a game he had, and for Furia, it gets them over the line, it gets them a